And then he ran faster than I had ever seen a goat run before.
We chased him all the way to...
The wind that blows from the hills of Umuagu carries many stories, but none is whispered more often than the one about Nkemdili, the girl whose words turned into jewels. In a small mud hut at the edge of Alanta, a quiet village surrounded by palm trees and red earth, lived a widow named Ijeoma and her 2 daughters. The elder, Obianuju, was proud and sharp-tongued, her words like pepper in the mouth. The younger, Nkemdili, was gentle as morning dew, patient and soft-hearted, a reflection of her late father's spirit. Their home was humble, its thatched roof often leaked when the rain fell, and their cooking pots were more patches than clay. Yet, the little compound smelled of life, the sweetness of scent leaves, the warmth of firewood smoke, and the faint laughter of Nkemdili as she sang while grinding peppers. But peace does not live where favoritism builds its nest. Ijeoma loved Obianuju more than her own breath. Every harsh word from Obianuju was music to her ears. Every cruelty was quickly forgiven. She wrapped her daughter in fine wrappers even when there was barely enough garri to soak for dinner. As for Nkemdili, she wore faded dresses with torn hems and carried the weight of the household on her small shoulders, fetching water from the distant stream, pounding yam, tending fire, and washing the same clothes that stained her fingers. Whenever she paused to rest or hum to herself, her mother's voice would cut through the air like a whip. "Stop daydreaming, Nkemdili. Do you think songs will cook the soup?" But Nkemdili never answered back. She had learned that kindness was her only shield in a world that offered her none. One blazing afternoon, when the sun sat like fire in the sky, Ijeoma discovered that there was no water left in the clay pot. "Nkemdili," she shouted, "go to the stream behind the old Iroko tree, the one near Eze's orchard. Take the biggest calabash and hurry." The path to that stream was long and harsh. The grass scratched her legs, the red dust rose like smoke, and the air was thick with the hum of insects. But Nkemdili walked on without complaint. By the time she reached the stream, her arms trembled from the weight of the calabash. She bent, scooped the cool water, and sat on a rock to rest. Then came a voice, old and frail, carried by the wind. "Wamu, my child, may I have a little water to drink?" Nkemdili turned and saw an old woman sitting on a fallen log. Her wrapper was torn, her feet cracked, her eyes weary. "Mama, please drink," Nkemdili said softly. She rinsed her calabash, fetched fresh water, and offered it with both hands, bowing slightly as respect demanded. The old woman drank slowly, then smiled, a smile that seemed to light up the forest. "You are kind, my child. You give without expecting something in return." Before Nkemdili could speak, the old woman's form shimmered, her wrinkled face smoothened. Her rags turned into shining fabric woven from light. She was no longer a woman, but a forest spirit, the guardian of the stream. Nkemdili gasped and knelt quickly. "Forgive me, great mother. I did not know." The spirit touched her head gently. "You have done no wrong. From this day forward, every word from your mouth shall carry beauty. Flowers and jewels shall fall from your lips, a reflection of your pure heart. Speak with care, my child, for your words will shape the world around you." And just as suddenly as she had appeared, the spirit vanished, leaving the scent of fresh rain behind. When Nkemdili returned home, her mother barked, "Where have you been? Did you stop to count the clouds? Give me that water." "Sorry, Mama," Nkemdili said. Before she could finish, a small ruby dropped from her mouth, followed by a rose petal that landed softly on the floor. "Chineke, what is this?" More jewels tumbled out with every word Nkemdili spoke. Obianuju's eyes widened with envy. Mother, she's possessed! Possessed? No! Mama Nkemdili cried, gathering the gems into her wrapper. Oh, she is blessed. Oh, my daughter, you are our fortune. When Nkemdili finished telling her story, her mother's greed had already rooted. Obianuju, she whispered, you must go to that stream and do as your sister did. Bring us more blessings. Obianuju hissed, rolling her eyes. You want me to fetch water like a servant? But fine, if it will make you rich. The next morning, she set off grumbling under the hot sun. When she reached the stream, she saw a beautiful woman standing by the water, with the same spirit, but now in radiant form. My child, said the spirit gently, may I have a sip of water? Obianuju sneered. Do I look like your maid? Fetch it yourself. The spirit's eyes darkened like storm clouds. Then your words shall bring forth what your heart carries. When Obianuju opened her mouth to speak, frogs leapt out of her mouth, croaking loudly. A snake slithered down her chin. Screaming, she dropped her calabash and ran home. Mama, Mama, help me, she cried. But every word brought more toads, more snakes. Stop talking, Ijeoma screamed. You've cursed yourself. It's that wicked Nkemdili. More creatures spilled from her lips until the whole compound filled with croaks and hisses. That night, Nkemdili left home in tears. As she walked along the dusty road, a golden chariot approached, the prince of Umuagu returning from a hunt. Young woman, he called, are you in trouble? No, my prince, she said softly, and pearls and blossoms fell from her lips. The prince stared in wonder. Heaven has truly kissed your tongue. Come, my father must see this miracle. He brought her to the palace, and when she greeted the king and queen, diamonds rolled across the marble floor. The court was stunned. The prince bowed before his parents. Father, if she will have me, let her be my bride. The king smiled. A woman whose words bring beauty will surely make our land flourish. And so, Nkemdili became the queen. Wherever she walked, flowers bloomed, and her laughter filled the palace like music. Back in the village, Ijeoma's greed turned to madness. Obianuju was driven away, her voice forever cursed. Some say her croaks still echo near the stream at night. Under Nkemdili's gentle rule, the kingdom prospered. Her kindness spread like light, warming every heart it touched. Kindness, she often said, is the only jewel that never loses its shine. Moral of the story: greed blinds the eyes, but kindness opens doors even heaven cannot close. A gentle word can plant flowers in the hearts of men, but a harsh one breeds snakes and thorns. When you speak, let your words be like Nkemdili's jewels, born of love, humility, and compassion. For what you give to the world always finds its way back to you.